Okay, let me turn this off. So, I said I was gonna do two parts of the um, worst vacation ever story. I did part one already. Part one is already up, but I feel like I kind of cheated y'all with part one. So with part one, I didn't give detail. I didn't give the location or anything like that. I didn't give no names. I said one name, which was like, I think I said Mike. That's my cousin's name. I didn't give no names. I didn't do anything. So to be fair, in part two, I'm gonna spill the tea. Like, no holds barred. I'm gonna say it all. Whoever don't like it, they just don't like it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and fuck your feelings. Anyway, so I don't really remember where I left off with part one, but we gonna get into this story. Hold on, I'm trying to get my phone together here so it don't go off. All right. So, um, we get to the hotel. The hotel, the customer service was trash. We went to Jamaica. We went to Montego Bay, Jamaica. Um, we stayed at the Ryu, however the hell you say it. We stayed at that hotel. And like Hotel Rwanda is like pinkish peaches, I think, and like yellow some color. It wasn't proper. Like the hotel was terrible. The customer service was terrible. It was a bunch of young people that work in there, like they my age, in my age group. Bunch of young people that work there with nasty ass attitudes. And everybody always say Americans got nasty attitudes. No, bitch. The Jamaicans got one of the worst attitudes in the fucking world. Anyway, so we get there. They're like, all right, put your bags in the middle of the lobby. They give us a sticker to write our room numbers and stuff on, blah, blah, blah. Come back. They tell us come back in a half hour to check in. We go back to not to check in, to see if the rooms are ready. Not everybody rooms is ready. So whoever room was ready, they gave them, of course, their key card and their card for their key card for the room and their card to get towels for when we go to the pool and stuff. If you didn't have your own towel, you go to the little shack by the pool, and of course they'll give you the towels, and once you bring the towels back, you'll get your card back. And at the end of your stay, you have to bring back the key card and the towel card. But of course we all brought our own towels, whatever, blah blah blah. um so time is going by. It was a mix up because the way we booked the rooms is a two person occupancy. I think that's how you say it. If I said it wrong, I don't care. um so when you book the room, two people have to be booked per room. So the way so if um me and one of the girls, the Jay, me and Jay booked the room together, but me and Jay wasn't staying in the room together. She was staying in the room with one of my other cousins because they was dealing with each other at the time. So we were gonna swap rooms. So the people who end up swapping rooms was me, Mike, Jay, my cousin Hefe, um, Mike's sister, and my god sister. We all end up switching rooms. So, however the situation went, something got messed up somewhere. I didn't have a room, and I'm confused. Like, why don't I have a room? I'm tired. I've been up since probably like 4 o'clock in the morning. All I wanted to do was put my stuff down, take a nap, and then go start drinking or whatever. Of course, that's not what happened. Running around calling everybody phone. We had service, but we didn't have service, so trying to contact each other sucked. It was terrible. But we end up going to the front, fixing the rooms, getting the room situated. Most of us ended up being in the same building together, probably like a floor apart, whatever. So we get the room together, we situated. Um, I'm lying, I skipped the part. So before all that happened, me, Hefe, and Jay is looking for the rest of my cousins. So when you go to Jamaica, They say, oh, if you go down to the beach, you'll see an older person selling weed, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. For me personally, that was true. It was an old man. Um, Sometimes he's in the water or he's walking down the beach and stuff like that. And it's the people who work there. They have like the little boat rides and stuff that you could go on. So Jay is walking in front of us. She got a big ass cup full of fucking Appleton, or walking around getting wasted. She's not even realizing that it's liquor. She's a little ditzy, so who knows what she thought it was. So she's walking down the beach. She's sitting down talking to the guy. And all the guys is coming up to her talking, and she laughing at all this other stuff. So I'm looking at her, and I go to Hefe. I'm like, yo, look. So he looking. He's like, yo, what the fuck is she doing? So he's like, yo, like, what's up? So she's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I told them that we're looking for our family. So that turned into a whole nother situation. So then after that is when we got everything sorted out. There were 2 restaurants that you could go eat at. The main restaurant is where they did like the breakfast and stuff. I don't remember. No, they didn't do dinner. I mean, they didn't do lunch there. So it was like an Italian restaurant, and then there was the big catering hall. They had like 2 catering halls there. The first catering hall is where they did breakfast and dinner, and then the second catering hall was where they would do, if you wanted to have like a party or something, they had a rooftop that you go upstairs on a rooftop, the like balcony area, and do whatever you want up there. That's where they did their lunch. So after that whole big thing, like the first day, everything got situated, it got sorted out. We cool. I think it was I think it was like the next day, where we went on the scavenger hunt, the excursion. I don't remember everything, so I'm just gonna say like the main parts. So I believe it was the next day. Everybody was going on a excursion, because the day we got there, this might have been not the next day, but probably the day after. Yeah, the third day there. I'm bugging out. The third day there. Because the first day there, it was just, relaxing to whatever. The second day, it was something local that was going on that some people went, not everybody went. I didn't go. So the third day that we was there, we were doing a family excursion. I don't remember. I think what something House of Hope, something Hope. I think it had the word hope in it. I don't remember. I know it had hope in it. So we get in the van or the bus, and our driver, he's talking, and he's like, the left side is the good side. The left side is the right side. The right side is suicide. So we on the road going down. He's just, of course, when you have tourists come to your country and things like that, it's like a tour guide. So we riding down, and he's telling us, he showed us the school that Usain Bolt went to, the house that he grew up in, and like how he used to get back and like when he used to run through the field and stuff to get to school. He showed us that, and it was like this nice house way up top on the hill that he was like, this is the house that, how was the story? I think it was like that some young girl lived in, and she was getting married to somebody. The person made the house for her, but she ended up dying, and they buried her in one of the rooms. Something crazy. So he's like, if you want to see a duppy, you go to the house and you people her, like you go see her ghosts and stuff in the house or whatever. So he showed us, I think it was like the tobacco trees, the mint trees, I forgot all that other stuff, the native fruits and different things like that were on the way to where we were going for the excursion. So we get there, Now, I am afraid of heights. I don't know. I like staying on the ground, even though I can fall on the ground, but I don't want to be in the air. I don't want to be strapped onto a thin wire because I'm big, but I'm not big, but I feel like I'm too big to be on somebody's little wire in the middle of the fucking air and all this other stuff. So, like, I wasn't with the shit. So, we get there. Um, they talk to you, tell you whatever they tell you, whatever it is, I guess safety procedures. I don't fucking know. I just know they was talking. I wasn't paying attention. I was annoyed that all these goddamn mosquitoes was eating my ass up. I was irritated with that. Um, and we were talking about who's gonna do the ATVs and who's gonna do the doom buggies and things like that. That's all we really cared about. Um, actually, I was actually upset because the individual that I was talking about from part one, before we even got there, um, you know, during the time frame that we went on a trip was like in the middle of the week, so I wasn't getting paid till that Friday. So before we came, I already had told certain people that was on a trip with us, like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'll do this, I'll do that. And they're like, okay, cool, no problem. I like taking pictures, I like filming, I like recording and things like that. So I said, I'll be the one to take the pictures of everybody, record the video, everything like that, of the little events and different things like that we're going to. Cool, no problem. So the day that we were going on the excursion, sorry to backtrack, the day that we were going on an excursion, this individual was like, oh, come here, let me talk to you. We got drinks and we were just talking or whatever, because he knew he was getting on my nerves, but I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna just ignore him. So everybody pitched their money for me to go, which I didn't really care for, whatever. I was grateful for it. Everybody pitched their money for me to go, blah, blah, blah. So we get there to actually get inside where the obstacle course and everything else is at. You have to go through a gift shop. So we was in the gift shop, everybody joking around, putting on the hats and different things like that. They had, it was like apples. It was some fruits that they were giving out or that they had there that we was taking. For whatever reason, we were taking fruit. I don't know why we was taking the fruit, but I know we had like 5 pieces of fruit a piece. So we get there. They put the first red flag. They got the harnesses. They put the harness on. I'm like, all right, this is not working out. My thighs don't fit in this harness. Like my inner thighs, my thighs wasn't fitting in the harness. It was a hassle getting it on. Like, it was a hassle just finding one that semi-fit. I'm like, if the harness barely fits, and this is supposed to be something that secures me to this rope, to this wire, to this tree, to the cliff mountain, and it barely fits, I'm gonna die. I am dying. I'm not with the shit. I don't want to do this. So I end up finding one that fit. It fit well enough. I get it on the first portion of the obstacle course. I was just going up like a little rock wall. Then you get on top of this little platform. So with the obstacle course, it was like stair steps. So we go like this, and then it went up and up and up, and then they had one that was like, that bitch was damn near treetop. So I go on the one, I get to that one, the rock wall. Then it was one where I think we had to walk across something. I don't remember if it was probably like a little bridge ladder thing, something. I don't remember, but I know we had to walk across something that connected to a tree, and then from that tree, it was like we was walking up like these logs, and the logs, they wobbled like this as you walked across. So I get up there, I'm like, all right, haha, I'm done. I want to get down, you know. Or I was like, all right, you know, I'll do it because it was like, I think 3 or 4 levels that you could go up. And I was like, all right, you know, I'll do it. Everybody else, they doing it, they going. I'm like, okay, it looked fun. Once we got to the one where I had to step on a little log thing and it was doing a little lean with it, rock with it, I was like, nope, I'm ready to go. Excuse me, sir. Sir, sir, mister, I wanna go. I wanna get down. Like I started boo like I was laughing so they thought I was joking. No, I started boo hooing. I'm like, no, I want to get down. I'm not doing this. I wanna get down. Like y'all sitting here laughing, I'm dead serious. Help me, get me down. So one guy he came, he was helping me. Then he was like, hold on. He went and got the other guy. The other guy, he was kind of cute, but this is what he had me fucked up at. Now, yes, I am American. I am from America, bitch. But that don't mean I don't know what the fuck you saying. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You gonna watch your motherfucking mouth, bitch. But at that moment, my life was in his hands, so I didn't say anything. So he's like, all right. He came up the tree and he's strapping me to he strapped himself around the tree and he's doing all this clipping and snipping and stuff and he's pulling it tight and I'm like, I know you see a fat what else can you nip and like you can't do but so much. So he's talking to the guy and he's talking about me. I ain't gonna say what he said. Like my feelings was hurt. Like I was hurt. I was hurt. Like, yes, bitch, I'm crying, and the yes, bitch, I am fluffy, and you gotta help me get down from here. You shouldn't have been so fucking skinny in the first place. That's your fault, not mine. Anyway, so I finally get down. Everybody like, oh, you a crybaby, blah blah blah. I like my life. I wanted to live. I wanted to be safe. I get down. I'm safe on the ground. I am thanking the higher power for bringing me back down on the ground. Everybody else, they going about it. And now um, we about to do the zip line, I think it was. We going to do the zip line. Now, with the zip line, I said I'm not doing it because I barely fit the harness when it was time for us to do the excursion. I barely fit the harness when it was time for us to do the excursion, so I wasn't doing the zip line when the only thing that was supporting me was the line. Like, no, okay. Just making sure we on the same page. I wasn't doing it. So once everybody is done with the obstacle course, they're like, come on, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll hold y'all stuff, you know, while y'all go do it, but I'm not doing it. I'm trying to think. Let me see something. Did we do that? I lied. I skipped the whole part. But matter of fact, no, because that part, it was nothing. It started raining and we went to we was eating. We had jerk chicken festival, Kool-Aid and stuff like that, whatever. So the individual that initiated putting the money together for me to go is not like, oh, if I would have known you wasn't gonna participate, I wouldn't have put my money in, blah blah blah. I want my money back. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I didn't ask you to put the money in. I didn't ask you to tell anybody else to put their money in. That's something that you wanted to do. I didn't ask you to do it. So since that was something that you wanted to do, how the fuck you getting your money back? I didn't ask you to do it. You did it because that's what you wanted to do. If I wanted to go, I would have asked. I didn't care. I didn't have a problem with not going, being that I wasn't getting my money until for 2 days. Like my money was coming in 2 days. It was stuff that I could have did on a resort. They had like different games and stuff like that they were doing on a resort that I could have did. I had no problem with staying. But no, you want to be, oh, it's family. My bad. It's family time, blase, blase, blah. So that's something that you did on your own. So don't come at me for it. So I'm not trying to get heated because I can be a hothead. I'm like, we're in public. These white people is here. We are in a different country. I'm not about to show ass and cut up. This is not what we're going to do. So I'm walking away. Other family members and the people that came on the trip, they was like, oh, don't worry about it. Just ignore him. Blah, blah, blah. I shit y'all not. When I say I'm walking away from this man, I am walking away. I'm walking back in the restaurant. I'm walking back this way, that way, because like I said before, at one point it was raining. So now it's still like a little drizzle. I had weave in my head, but still, I didn't want to get wetter than what I was. So I'm walking away and he's legit like following me, going in about me not doing the zip line. He did all of that. We get to the zip line shit. His girl ain't even get on the zip line. His fucking ass ain't even do the zip line. But yet you on my back about not doing the zip line when you ain't even get on the damn zip line yourself. Like don't do that. Cause you're not gonna sit here and talk about me and try to make me feel bad when you didn't even do the zip line yourself. Like you really bugging out right now. So, that happens. Everybody, for the most part, some people did the zip line. And we leaving now. Well, we're leaving the zip line area. We're getting ready to do the go-karts and dune buggies. The ATVs and dune buggies. So, I wanted an ATV. I don't know how to drive, but I wanted to ride on the ATV, but I end up having a dune buggy. Now, I get in the dune buggy. I had nobody got in my thing with me, so it was me at first. And I was driving. I was fine. I was like, oh, I got the hang of this. Somehow, some way, I ended up being the leader of the group, like behind the person who was driving us. So we in the fucking jungle driving. The jungle is not a forest. So the fucking jungle driving. And it's pouring, raining. Pouring. He's turning. I'm catching up with him with the turns. He made one sharp turn. The tree smacked me like this. Instead of going left, I went right. Instead of reversing back, I went straight. Somehow, some way, I ended up getting lost, and I got the group lost, and I ended up where the people on the ATVs was at. So they stopped and was like, all right, we're going to wait. The person who was leading my group, he looked at me and was like, really, bitch? Like, I can't see nothing. It is poor. I'm not used to rain like this in America, in New York. Like, we get rain. But that rain in Jamaica was different. Like in New York when it's pouring, they be like, oh my God, it's raining cats and dogs. Nah, bitch, it was raining elephants, whales, rhinos. Like it was, but like I've never seen rain like that in my life. I've never seen that much rain in my life. Like it was pouring. So we finally get the group situated or whatever. Somebody else ends up getting in the car with me. And then I think we switch seats, or we end up switching somehow, and I was riding with somebody else, and we're going back now. So we're going back, and what we wanted to do was we wanted to do like the lazy river. So you got the option now to either do the lazy river, or those who was on the ATVs and want to do the dune buggies can switch, and then who was on the dune buggies could do the ATVs. So I was like, no, I'm gonna go on the river. It's gonna be fine. I had on the wrong sneakers. I got these pink Roshis that I was supposed to bring. They're more like that. I don't want to say plastic material, But they're more like that. Like you can say waterproof or water resistant. Like those are more like you can get in the water with these and it's fine. I left them, so I have these red Adidas that I had to wear. That's material. I, you look hecka dark. Like your face don't match this. Like you look mad dark. Nah, your face looks hella dark, bruh. Um, so I'm like, I want to do the river. So me, my cousin, her husband, um, and I think another one of my cousins, we end up going. We get there, we get in the water. It's like little bugs and stuff on the boat. We get in the water, we riding. Now, I have my lashes done. So, you know, when it rains and snow, everything, it gets trapped in your lashes. So we in the water. I feel little speckles coming down. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. While we are in the middle of the river, in the middle of the jungle, it starts pouring again. Pouring. It's raining so hard. The little like raft and the two floaty thingamabobs that we're in, it's starting to weigh down from all the water to where we was just damn near in the river, bare body in the river. Like it was bad. Like soaked beyond disbelief. So now we get back. After we do that, that was probably like a whole half hour in the river raining. Just raining. We get out the water. One of the buses come to pick us up. We're in a bus and it starts raining again. And it's snow. Like the roads out there are really narrow and stuff like that. So we're in a bus slinging back and forth like this. Trees and bugs flapping everywhere. So with that, for the most part, that was fine. It was cool. It was chill. Now, I'm gonna get into why I say this was like the worst vacation, waste of money. Like it was a waste of money, but it wasn't a waste of money in the sense of it was an experience. It was something that I got to experience outside of what I'm about to get into. For the most part, it was fun. It was chill. I was drunk and high for most of the trip, but it was it was a refresher. It was good to be out of the country and the space that I've never been in before and getting out of my comfort zone. So don't get me wrong, for that I am grateful for. It was good. But for what I'm about to get into is what really pissed me off. So part one, I said we was out there for an event. We were out there for a wedding. We went out there for a wedding. Now, Bridezilla is an understatement. She was more like King Kong, Godzilla mixed together. Like she was, it was all bad. It was bad. So, rehearsal never happened. Like rehearsing, practicing, it never happened. Like we did it for like 2 seconds and then that was it. The day, what's this the day? Yes, the day of the wedding. I'm going to skip a lot of stuff because it wasn't really, nothing too important that happened in there. I'm going to just get to the main events. The day of the wedding, we were supposed to get up early. And, sorry, before I get into that, the individual, what the hell? Oh my God. I'm sorry. They doing construction outside, so I'm on the last floor, but whatever machine or truck or whatever it is that they're using, it's like vibrating throughout the building and the ground, like like I felt everything shaking just now, so it threw me off. This particular individual has several encounters. I don't want to say altercations. So this individual, he had other disagreements and stuff throughout the trip. with other people that was on the trip. So basically, like this whole trip, he was just a repeat offender the whole time, just pissing everybody off. So the day of the wedding, we're supposed to have a photo shoot we had like the bride and the bridesmaids. We had like these um robes and bathing suits and stuff that we were supposed to take pictures in. That was a fail because some of us was ready, some of us was out from early. Um, the bride, she was going through her own technical difficulties per usual, and it just didn't happen the way it was supposed to. And we had a specific time frame because the person who was doing our makeup, she was coming from whatever part of Jamaica that she lived in to come do our makeup. Um, that makeup. So I'm running back and forth, relaying messages and stuff after that. So it was my turn to get my makeup done. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll go in the room, get my makeup done. Calling the text on my phone, telling me to come out, come out. I'm like, I can't. I'm already in a chair getting my makeup done. So that turned into a whole nother disagreement, like a whole nother kind of argument in itself, whatever. So now we ready. It was raining. So the wedding was delayed by a few minutes because it started raining. Come to find out, the whole time we was in Jamaica, it was hurricane season, which is why it was raining the way it was. It was hurricane season. The person said hurricane season in Jamaica, I think she said it's from like May, June. It starts around May, June, and ends September, October. That's hurricane season in Jamaica. So when we went, it was August. It's hurricane season. So everybody is dressed now. We have our dresses on. The guys got their suits and stuff on. We're ready. We're walking down. We get there. Where what is it called? A gazebo. So the gazebo that we're under is small. So some of us is legit under the gazebo and some are lying down the stairs. So we're there, we're ready. The what is it called? Mom, what's the person who called that does the ceremonies? Is I don't think the ordained minister, is that what it's called? Whatever, the person who foresees the wedding, and do you take her and him it that thing was there. And it was a lot of tension there. The tension that was there was very obvious. I knew what the tension was about. Some of us knew what the tension was, why the tension was there. But it's like, we're gonna try and break the tension because it's somebody who's filming it. Everybody's taking pictures. It's a serious moment, but you also want it to be fun. Like, you wanna, just have fun and break the tension. So he's talking, like he's asking them whatever he's asking them, and then they saying stuff, and we'll just say something small, just a little chuckle here and there, just to, bring up the spirits, because it was raining, it was gloomy, it was just everybody was in their bag. Niggas was in their bag. They was all the way, like, they was in their bag that day. Like, they didn't have their panties in a bunch. They had on a whole G-string. Like, they was in their feelings. They was big mad. Anyway, so, doing little small stuff, nothing too exaggerating and stuff like that. And then this individual is just, shh, shh, shh. You shushing, but you laughing too. How you telling us to shush and shut up when you laughing too and saying little slick stuff under your breath? How dare you? You had an attitude. Like, this whole trip, this is supposed to be a family trip or whatever, but this whole trip, you and your chick was going to whatever y'all was doing your own thing. But soon as the attention is not on you, it's a problem. So That happened. He was being a dick that whole time. So now the ceremony is done. We now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Um, we walking down. Ma, shut up. We walking down. Well, we're already on the beach, but we're walking down the beach more to get away from the people and to take some pictures. Um, we taking pictures. This individual was still being a douche about he's just nitpicking about dumb stuff for no reason. Like it's too many pebbles on this side of the beach. Can we go over to the other side? It's pebbles over there too. Like we're on the beach. What you expect? What do you expect? Like, just come on, shut up. It's not about you. Your opinion doesn't matter. The faster we can get these pictures done, the faster we can get back, shower, change our clothes, do whatever else it is that we want to do. We want to drink in between, get a little quickie, anything. Just shut up so we can leave and get this done and over with so we can go to part 2 of the ceremony, event, whatever you want to call the shit. He sitting there bitching and complaining. Two of the females that was there on the trip, they kind of got into it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not going to get into that because that's none of my business. That's none of my business. But, tensions and, it was, you could have cut it with you could have used a butter knife, a plastic butter knife to cut that tension, baby. Like, it was thick. We outside and the tension is thick. So, get the pictures done. We run back to our rooms, change our clothes. We had to wear white. We change our clothes. I had my hair. I'm gonna see if I could find a picture. Let me see if I can find a picture and just put it in the camera real quick. I don't know if I can. Let me hurry up. We had on white. I had like a the halo braid. I had that. I had white. I put white flowers in it. I had on a white halter top dress with like I think it was a rope braid belt or something like that went around it, with my my Jesus 4 shoes. Just to keep it kind of godly and pure or whatever. I had that on. I'm still looking for the picture. So we all had to wear. Did everybody have to wear white, or just the people that were in the wedding? I think the people who were in the wedding had to wear white. I don't think that it was something that everyone had to do. It might have. I don't really remember. This was 2016, I think. Oh. This is it right here. Let's see. Right here. So that's some of what I had on, like, just, whatever. So we get there now. We're in the catering hall that I said had the rooftop where you go for lunch to eat. We're there. We're upstairs. We had it reserved. Nobody was in there. They had the whole restaurant thing was closed. They closed it. A few people was able to get in, but for the most part, it was closed because a lot of people did like to go upstairs. But we had it closed off and we had it reserved. So we had a DJ, drinks. Like, it was just good. Like, everybody together, taking pictures, having fun, just chilling. So now, everybody's sitting at their table eating dinner, and it's who wants to come up and say something about the bride and or groom or both. Hefe goes up. He said what he gotta say, cause you know this is moms and his step pops. He goes up, say what he gotta say. Everybody laughing, joking, ha ha he he. I think no, before that, the individual went up. Said what he had to say. Hefe went up. Um, and then the individual, he's one of those people who he feel like he gotta one up you. I don't know why you gotta feel like that. We're all family. That's her child. I don't know how you feel like you're gonna one up that relationship. It's just dumb. It's just pointless. Anyway, so Hefe goes up. He's talking. Everybody's laughing and joking with him. Blah blah blah. The individual feels away, and he tries to go back up, like a back and forth thing. Like both of them probably, like it was just like tried to do like a back and forth thing. So the lady who's supposed to be, I guess she's the hostess or whatever it's called, she's talking. She tells my sister something. So my sister's like, "Oh, he was talking." And then the lady told my sister something, and then she was like, "Oh, hold on," and she took the mic. So by her taking a mic, he felt like she was trying to disrespect him and rush him off, when in actuality, the lady was like, we got to speed this up. We have other things that we have to get to that's on the agenda. We want to give everybody else a turn to speak. So now, another one of my family members comes up. He goes sit down. He's bitching and moaning about that. Another one of my family members comes and speaks. We have the same last name. Now, when my cousin said she's the only family member out of us with this last name to come, she's meaning as outside of us, because of course we're there. On my mother's side, it's her mother's family and her father's family. So from the father's family, from my grandfather's family, technically she was the only one that was there outside of us with our last name. Everybody else there was my grandmother's family. So this individual gets in his feelings about the statement. He cursing, doing all this hoopla, just doing a big deal. Him and my aunt end up getting into it. My great aunt, they end up getting into it and was about to fight. That was the first red flag there. Well, yeah, that was there. They end up almost getting into it about that, so we had to separate them and calm it down. So by this point, everybody's done saying what they gotta say. We done eating, we drinking, listening to music. If I can find the footage, I have it on my computer. I think if I can find the footage, I'll try and squeeze it in there. If not, you shit out of luck. Maybe I'll throw it on Instagram. Maybe I'll think about it. Somehow, I don't know what happened. I know it was several conversations going on. I heard bits and pieces of the conversation. It sounded like somebody was arguing, but then it stopped, and then it started up again. And it was like, fuck out of here, nigga, because I'll kill you. You ain't shit. You ain't blah, blah, blah. And at this time, everybody's like, well, what happened? What's going on? Hefe was like, yo, you got to chill out. This is for my mom. Like, you really got to chill because you're talking crazy right now. Because the stuff, it was just a lot of outlandish things that was going on. I don't know if it was true, if it was false. Quite frankly, I don't care. I just don't like being embarrassed. But for this situation to have happened, one, when we're supposed to be celebrating something, and two, in a foreign fucking country, was just all the way out of line. If we would have did it here in the States, everybody still would have been mad, but we wouldn't have been as mad, because at least here, when you get arrested, you know what to expect. When you get arrested in a foreign country, let alone it's not but a third world country, sort of, kinda, they prisons and stuff like that is completely different than it is in the States. You can't go to a foreign country and want to fuck shit up and then get mad. Like, you You don't do that. You want to fuck shit up, do it in your own country where you know how the prisons is set up. When you know you, even though the Lord don't like us right now, you still got some. Don't do that. You got to think things through before you do it. Some words were exchanged, and then it was move, little nigga, cause I'll punch you in your face too. He swung. Everybody swung. It was a big ass brawl. Tables flipped, chairs flipped, bottles broke, yelling, crying. So much going on. The DJ had a camera recording. If there's a Jamaican version of World Star, I'm pretty sure we would have been on there. How you go from twerking to shooting, like we was twerking and then throwing hands, like it happened that fast. The people in the restaurant was gonna call the cops. We trying to run and scatter. Once they say the cops is coming, everybody scatter like roaches. We trying to clear up, but they not letting us leave. One of my cousins, she's drunk and fucked up. She's pissed off. She's still trying to fight. We trying to calm everybody down, because if not, they were gonna kick us out the hotel. And we wasn't leaving until the next day, I think it was. I think we was leaving the next day or something like that. So it was still, we would have got kicked out. We would have got arrested. Then what's going to happen? What was going to happen? For all we know, we could have still been in Jamaica locked up. For all we know, who knows what would have happened to us? It was just like it was a big thing. Like bottles broken, damn property, like it was bad. Like it was real bad. To where I don't think if we go back to Jamaica, I don't think we would be able to go back to that particular location. They may have it written down in systems as far as like names and stuff like that. As far as them remembering our faces, there's a possibility. Who knows? But I don't think we would be able to go back there for some time. We would have to go to either another resort in the area or just to a different part of JA, period. So it was just like a really big blowout. A whole bunch of shit was said that was just like, wow. Tell us how you really feel. What happened? Who hurt you? Who did it to you? Why are you so angry? Why did it take for us to go to a different country for you to say the things you said? I ain't gonna say the things that was said because that's not my place. And it was just absolutely fucked up and absurd. So I'm not gonna say it. But there was a lot of things that was said. A lot of hurtful shit that was said. But it was just like the biggest, and it was just so disappointing. Like, we should have seen it coming, because no matter where we go, if this person drinks, it's some type of altercation or something that takes place. Something always happens. Like before, or a different altercation, we was at the beach, and I guess their phone or something went missing. They were drinking at that time. They going off, just flipping, cursing everybody out, and all this other stuff. So some people, I just feel like, granted, they may be close family or friends, but certain things, I just feel like certain people shouldn't just be invited. Like, this is one of those occasions. I get it that it's family, but it's like, all of this, that whole situation could have definitely been avoided. I'm thankful that it didn't escalate further than what it did, because the people were like, oh, well, they're telling us that fists were thrown and things like that, and if you were physically fighting, then we can't let you leave. Y'all gonna get arrested. Mind you, the cops that was walking around the hotel had fucking AKs and machetes and bulletproof vests on. So if we wasn't able to talk them out of it and just saying no, it was just a big altercation, and they were just pushing each other around, we definitely would have got arrested, because it was like tables and chairs broken. It was all bad. You gotta pay for all them bottles. That was all that liquor. All that alcohol was wasted. Do you know how hurtful that is? Do you know how hurtful that is? Them bottles of liquor didn't do anything to anybody. They were just innocent bystanders. They just wanted to be drunk, to get drank. That's it. But they died that day. We can't get them back. I didn't even get to taste it because they wanted to fight. It was just so heartbreaking. Like, I'm more concerned about the liquor, because it was at that point in time, I felt like they deserved it, because they were being just a douche. They were pissing me off. They actually pissed me off that whole fucking summer. Like, we had another event in Pennsylvania, and they tried to talk to me crazy, like, oh, go do this for me, go do that for me. I am not 12. I'm grown. I'm the daddy. I do what I want to do. You're not going to talk to me like I'm a little kid and expect me to do something for you. Like, you can go get up and do it yourself. You're not going to talk to me crazy. So I was kind of glad it happened, but then I wasn't, because it just turned into this whole big altercation that like, even when we got back to the States, it still escalated, and a whole bunch of more drama and stuff came out from it, to where till this day, that was 2016, this is 2018. Till this day, a lot of people still don't speak because of this event. A lot of people still don't speak. So it's just like, damn. If we would have got my record would have been fucked. If niggas got city and state jobs, we can't be getting arrested in our own country, let alone in another country. You just don't do shit like that. So after that happened, I think a fine had to be paid, as far as going towards whatever had to be replaced, and whatever the case may be. We're leaving now, and it was just like a dark cloud was just hovering. It was just like, ha ha ha, you see them, the person and they girl, and was just like, Like, it was just like a dark cloud. Like, for all of that, like, I feel like if we would have known, which is no way to know, there's really no real way to know how a person is going to act or how an event is going to play out. But I feel like for all of this, we could have just went to Orchard Beach and called it a day. We could have went to Jones Beach and kept it local. For all of that, like, it was a waste. Even the wedding, everything was a fucking waste. It was just a vacation. Everything was a waste. Everything was a waste of time. It was a waste of money, because now, what do you have to show for it now except for pictures? No. All we have to show for it now is pictures and memories. Because it's it's a waste. Like, this whole thing was a waste. Like, if I could give y'all more information. If I could give y'all more information, oh God, I would give y'all more information, because it is a waste, man. Like, it was a waste. Like, it wasn't a waste because it was a good experience. It was my first time leaving the country. I did enjoy myself some parts. I was intoxicated and stuff. I was having fun. And one of the boys, his name was Gwendolyn. Why do West Indian people do this to their kids? I don't know. But his name was Gwendolyn. I wasn't going to help him I didn't want my groove back. I didn't know. No, I wasn't trying to take that down. I didn't want it. But anyway, like, it was a good for the most part, it was a good experience. But it was a waste. It was a waste. Like, if you're in my family and you know me personally, then you know bit of what's going on. But that trip was a waste of money, thousands and upon thousands of dollars gone down the drain for no reason whatsoever. It just gone down the drain. Just gone. Wasted like in GTA. It's just gone. Like, all of that happened for it to end up the way it's ending up now. It was just dumb. It was just dumb, diddy dumb. Like, maybe in a few months or a few years, I'll be able to do an updated story on why I say this trip was dumb. But as of right now, things are still ongoing, so I can't say why it was dumb. But I definitely will. Once I'm able to spill the tea, I is gonna spill that tea, and that bitch is gonna be piping hot. So stay ready. Bye.